What's up and welcome to a little bit of a different video than normal. If you follow the channel for any amount of time, you'll see in some of the motor vlogs we had my beautiful old 600. You're not old, you're seasoned. So this is my Honda CBR 600 F4i, which is customed from kind of head to toe, from the headlights, the brakes, the braided hoses, rear sets, exhaust, heated grips. We've got plugins for phones so that we can charge whilst we're riding. People are ringing. Hello, Dave. What else have we done? Oh, yeah, the fairings. So these are all custom designed, which is why people don't know what this bike is a lot of the time, because this is not standard anything. Because if you follow me already, you know we have the Honda, we have the BMW Classic. I also have a CB500, which is behind the camera that you can't see, that you've not actually seen yet, and I don't know why I told you that. I guess it doesn't really matter. That's going to be a project bike for me to learn on, for chopping up and making it into a little pub runner, a little good old cafe racer. But that wasn't enough. Because why? Because I have access to the internet. Because of that, we got another bike. So this is my brand new, but not new because it's an old classic, BMW R1200C Montauk. You don't see many of these, which is why I had to buy it. And I bought it from a guy who had about 12 bikes in his garages, some of them worth much monies. And he just needed some space in the garage, so I got this for a bargain. I got it for half of what it's worth. Yes, she needs some work, but that's what I like, because the purists are going to hate this. I don't like chrome. Chrome sucks. It's awful. It's too shiny. It's too hard to keep. In England, it literally just pits and rots and looks terrible. She's going to get changed, and we're going to take you along for the ride. And that starts today with a very important thing, and I'll show you why. We need the key. So that... Look at this. This came with this bike. A lovely little pouch. And inside, check this out. Look at that. Beautiful little, completely and utterly losable billeted BMW key. One of the first things that we need to do, not one of the easiest things, is make it sound better. Because BMW, you didn't do it right. Look at this beautiful dash. Oh, classic. I mean, every bike needs a clock. We will get into the details of this bike in a little minute, but here we go. More character. You can still hear me. That's the problem. If you look at the engine, the pistons are going in this engine side to side rather than like up and down. If I rev, now obviously the pistons are going to hit harder. Watch. Oh, that's just character. Sounds like a sewing machine. That's what we're going to change today. So quiet. It's a beautiful big beastie, thick, and it's like, what are you thinking? So we're going to turn that pipe into a bazooka today. There may well be some seized bolts under there. We're positive vibes. Character. She's a big old girl. Yeah. So let's go see how I actually managed to buy rocking horse poo. Oh, boy, you turn your nuts off on that every time. Quick interlude. It has been 2 weeks since we recorded this video because I got super sick. It is January and everyone, including myself, has been smacked down with this man flu that's been going around. So to avoid this, load up the moment you feel a little bit of a tickle with vitamin D. You also, vitamin C's, make sure you're getting that in. Iron and folic acid, make sure you've got the optimum healthy blood. Zinc, one of the most important things to helping us stay healthy and heal on a cellular level. Amino acids. Yes, these bad boys will help bolster your immune system because when we train, or whether we're working at a high level, there's a lot of stress going on, our immune system can drop. Amino acids will help keep your immune system up and high and avoid us getting... As always, you can support your boy, this guy here, and find all these at myprotein.com, and you can use code LEXFitness and it will beat every offer that is on the site, guaranteed. And if not, message me. I'll sort it out for you. Alright? Back to the video. Rocking horse poo. This is not a common bike, but also a bike that was seen in James Bond movies. It's still chrome. That's in good condition though. So the back of the bike's here is obviously it's two exhausts. Why I have one when you can have two. But this is actually a working pipe where gas is passed through it, and there goes your O2 sensor. This is what you can't get, like just go and buy some pipes for this exhaust. It's going to cost you a minimum of £800 for a single custom exhaust, which only 2 companies make, Rocking Horse Poo. It looks louder already. These tyres are the weirdest things. Harry Potter makes tyres. Look at this, slowly developing our CBR F4i crew. There's now 3 of us who ride these. This is mine, this is Mark's. There's Mark. It's sensible for your mate to buy the similar bike, because then everything that's gone wrong with your bike, they can fix quicker. Beautiful big fat curvy tank with that R1200C on there. Tank capacity is many miles, around about 180. It's pretty similar to the CBRs in that fact. It's around about an 18 litre tank. Crazy thing about this bike, that is not front suspension. That is a guide. There is a suspension. So you have one giant shock here at the front, and then if you come to the back, you'll see another one just there. Cantilever suspension. It's really, really comfortable to ride, although a little bit boingy on British roads. Boingy.
Boingy,
technical term. The BMW drive shaft, so no chain. 2 giant 1-2 sewing machine. This is the Montauk version, so we have this adjustable seat here, as you saw before. It's a backrest or pillion seat. At the front, dual crazy ass headlights. That is one of my favourite pieces. These were ahead of their time. This is a 2003. You see this little button here? Heated grips. These are fully integrated, pre-installed by BMW heated grips. Harley-Davidson, you were already being outdone in 2003 by BMW. Harley-Davidson, if you're paying attention, there's another dual brake disc Harley-Davidson, because then it stops. So when you pull this, it actually stops. I think it's a boxer engine. The other 1200 came with spoked wheels, and guess what? Chrome. Guess what happened to them, Mark?
Did they pit?
They pitted. Imagine that.
Everywhere.
Literally everywhere. Yeah, so we've got these stunning non-spoke alloy wheels with the white walls, and also look at this again, Harley-Davidson. This is what they call braided hosing. This also helps you you know, do that thing called stopping. This is the current exhaust. It's this on both sides. So let's get to fitting the demon pipe. I literally went to get a new battery already underneath it. You can't not touch it. You can't not fix it. What? Is it loose? There's a giant bolt under here that we didn't think was going to come loose.
This one.
Finger it again. We thought that was seized. Ah, finger loose. We're going to wheel it in onto this little stand here and then work in the garage. Oh, you look majestic. Look at that. Cinematic rolling. Like a glove. Don't get jealous. Why are you looking sad? Don't you look sad? You're next. We just have to find you a clutch. When you have a clutch, oh, I'm going to ride you. Don't tell me that one just came off as well. That the big fat one?
Both big fat ones.
Oh, this might actually happen today. What we're going to do is cut in at major points when we get to them, so here's where we're at. The heat shield's off. This is where it attaches to the headers. This is where we're going to remove it from. This is that giant H pipe, which is actually welded to the main exhaust piece. On the new one, this is a separate piece to the exhaust, so the exhaust should come out further, but we're removing all of this horrible, disgusting, noise cancelling thing. The baffling thing about these is there's no baffle to remove.
This clamp's broke. Now this is the hard bit. These exhaust pipes will be fastened, rusted. We need to break them. There we go. I don't know how much we can get them off, but...
Oh God, that is great. So what we're going to do is take all of those old bolts, take some of this wonderful stuff, and you just give them a liberal squirty squirt, and just leave them soak. Oh, that's moved properly.
Yeah, that's cool. That's gone.
Everything is ready to come off. This is all loosey-goosey. The only issue we're having is under here. That sucker there.
It's got to be a spanner. You can't put a socket on it.
That beastie there is the oxygen sensor, which is screwed into the exhaust, is pretty much welded. So while the bike remained with its license to kill our enthusiasm, we decided to try and heat up the exhaust pipes to hopefully expand the metal and allow us to get the O2 sensor out and the back box off. But no joy. Resolution. We've taken the side fairing off. O2 sensor runs up into here, which we've unclipped. We're now following the wire back down. This is a really hot exhaust right now, so we get this zip tight. Ah, that is really hot.
It's gone off.
Got it. And that is the O2 sensor free. So we can get this whole exhaust off and get that out. Ah! Oh! Ah! Ow!
Oh, many burns. Many burns.
So the O2 sensor may not have reacted to the heat, but there was one part that definitely had. You moving? Yeah. Yes! There she is. Big Bertha is up. We're gonna have to start it. We're gonna have to start it. It looks like a brat bike, doesn't it, like that? So just for comparisons, old exhaust H pipe area compared to new. Wow. Yeah, that's significant. I think it's gonna get louder. Let there be thunder. Okay.
We'll leave it like that.
That's it. I don't think we need to put the exhaust back on it. So with Big Bertha removed, it's just a simple fact of cleaning things up to fit the new H-pipe. Now there are 2 pins that go in the top of the pipe which hold it in place, and that's what we're having to hammer it onto. It's a very precise and tight fit, but also really stable. It requires a little bit of teamwork.
Let me lay it down.
About 2 mil.
Go on. Oh, I think we're in.
Yeah?
Yep.
Nice! So originally I thought the entire exhaust was custom, but it turns out the H-pipe is the only custom area, and these are universal fit end pipes. But that does mean I can change them out for a different colour should I wish to match further mods that we are going to be doing. Oh, they're fine. They don't need a bracket. They're rock solid. So here we are. They are on 1, 2. Look at that. Look at the difference. Look at the difference. Big old beady, fatty, fat McFatty to lean and mean. So with everything fitted but the O2 sensor, Mark had to disappear before the sunlight did, and left me alone to go and sort out getting it fitted, because you cannot ride the bike without that sensor in, because it would be running very rich, and with that open hole could cause issues. Still hear him. Still hear him. Okay, this little sucker is welded on there from 20 years of being on hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. We've kicked it, punched it, sworn at it, hit it with a hammer, hit it with spanners. Nothing is working. So whenever in doubt, call Dave. This is Dave. And this is Lewis's. All the glorious choice of cars. If you come here, and you can just ring or message Dave, and he can even source cars for you. Look at this beauty. Lewis's car warehouse. He's a top lad. This is a proper garage. Oh, my garage is not as manly as yours, Dave. Just the endless possibilities. All this room for activities. So the only way this sucker was coming off was to make sure that we got the metal hot. I mean, very hot. Like, seriously hot. That way?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, yes!
Tighten it.
My God. So that is the O2 sensor that we need. I don't have to buy a new one. Amazing. Amazing. All we needed to get our O2 sensor out was a £200,000 car warehouse giant blowtorch and a mate called Dave. Dave. Once cooled, we still needed a vice to get that sucker out. Yeah. So that's the lambda sensor, isn't it?
Senses the amount of unburnt fuel going through the system and adjusts the carburation to make sure it's running at optimum, which is lambda.
Is this a giant cat in this?
Yeah.
In my new one, yeah. This is just a pipe.
Yeah.
Will that affect that thing?
No.
So it should still run fine?
Yeah, because the catalytic converter is what changes the unburnt fuel into water. So you won't be changing it into water anymore. It'll just be coming out as unburnt fuel. But the lambda sensor will turn down the volume of petrol going into the engine. And you get more power as well.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, you will. You get more power and more noise.
So there she is. What do you think? Definitely an improvement in the sound, but is it enough? Do you think it was loud enough? Do you think it was just perfect? Personally, I think it's just about where I want it to be. It's not obnoxious, but you definitely hear me coming with some nice little back pops on that roll off, as you heard hopefully in those flybys. Other than that, I've been knocked on my ass for the past 2 weeks with a fever, flu, and God knows what else that's been going around and kicking everybody's ass. So I hope you're having a better start to 2023 than I have been. But that's not to say the exciting things aren't coming, because we also have these, which got delivered the other day, which will be the next addition to the BMW. Absolutely stunning. So the girl will be getting even more stopping power than a Harley. And that's not all. We're going to be doing some voting that you guys are going to get involved with on what we're going to do with the colour scheme of this, because I said I don't like chrome, so the chrome is going to go. Ah, jeez Louise. Hopefully by the time we're done, we're going to have an extremely good looking Harley killer. What do you think? And I know I also said I had some breaking news to tell you guys, and I'm going to be doing a quick 3-minute video which will be breaking that down, and the secret that I've been keeping from you guys for 255 days. And it's a proper conversation bomb. See you in the next video.